Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney. I'm Wisemimir, and last episode we kind of proved that the Steel Samurai lost. So we've proven that the Steel Samurai is the victim. But the game's going to take a while to catch up to us on that. And we still don't know where the murder took place. I mean, I know, but the game hasn't said it yet. As glaringly, painfully obvious as it is, the game hasn't outright stated it. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order. I will have order. Well, witness. Cody, is this true? Well, what did you see? Tell the court what you saw. I'm not even going to attempt to make that noise. Cody. That day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight. Right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on here? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's all this about? It's simple. The Steel Samurai was the victim. I said it at the top of the episode. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order. So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Fussy obviously knew about Willpower's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck in and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops. Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. Well, what? Show us, quick. No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. That doesn't look like Studio One at all. Why, that looks like Studio 2. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that could be anyone in that costume. The judge is looking in the wrong place. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor, this isn't decisive evidence. Excuse you, Phoenix. This is very decisive. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix? Mia, what? Look at the photo once more. Mia has caught on, but Phoenix somehow didn't notice the... my God. I swear he becomes a better lawyer as the game progresses. But that's inexcusable. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. Well, what? Your Honor. May I see that photo once more, please? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency. Gee, I wonder what it could possibly be. I wonder. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Basic numbers with Phoenix and the judge. Ace Attorney has become Sesame Street. Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh at that. Like, it was so glaringly obvious. How could anyone in the court at all have missed that? My God. But, That's impossible. Hmm? Uh, what's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. So easy to forget how funny this game is. I'm gonna read that again just for the hell of it. Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. Is that necessary? The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. My God. And while I could place it anywhere just for giggles, I'm gonna place it where I need it because I've already taken 1 hit this playthrough. I'm not taking another one, if I can help it. Here at Studio 2. I see that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. You don't say, Your Honor. You don't say. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Because the path was blocked, as we've gone over, which is why it's impossible to get from there to Studio 1. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Mr. Jackhammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here is my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. On the employee area in the table. Yeah. In the same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon napping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. I mean, clearly, fingerprint in the bottle, it'll take less time. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. Unless he was wearing gloves? I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle, which also has Phoenix's fingerprints on it. But I guess that makes sense because Phoenix has been handling the evidence. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai, seen by Miss Oldbag, may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. Yippee. One more day of an investigation. Phew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Huh. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. To be continued, and would I like to save? I don't get a choice. It saves for me. I should probably turn off autosave, but in this game, it doesn't really matter. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. I thought I was going to stop reading those, and I never did stop. And that was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya. So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Right. So let's talk to our client. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? He always looks like he's going to start crying. It's fine. Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though, there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Okay, could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares to tell her different these days. Why's that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it back up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget about it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Director Manella. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. I'd believe that. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella, for better or worse. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high, and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I can't imagine anyone in this game jumping. They're all static portraits. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star in the day, back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little projects at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. Samurai Summer? Now that sounds like one heck of a martial arts movie. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago? Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. I wonder if that's gonna be relevant. It probably will be. Why is Old Bag being quiet? The Old Bag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Actually, Old Bag being quiet is kind of very concerning. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella? Sal? He's a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. And she's flying into a rage. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Right. We're gonna need proof. Fortunately, I know just the place to get it. Next time on Ace Attorney, episode... what? Episode I'm gonna figure it out in post. We're going to explore the the employee area and see if we can find any evidence that proves that Jack Hammer was, in fact, a thief. I will see you then.